Welcome, Yoga Friday, February 25th. Hi, more people joining in. And coming to your mat with a blanket close by for some support and maybe a little bit of more of a slow down practice for today. Just as a way of taking care of ourselves. Sit on your blanket if you'd like. We'll do the preparation of the legs as a nice routine in the body. So just sit loosely for a moment. Take 3 breaths. Stop and slow down. Close your eyes. Third exhale with Om if you'd like to make the sound of the universe with your voice. Long exhale. Release your eyes open and take the leg that's closest to you and unfurl it. Support it from behind. Leave your fingers thumbs wide, just below your knee, which is on your thigh because your leg's upside down. Sit tall. Use your arms to help support, but also use your leg. Activate your leg, point your toes, curl them in, and then pull them back. Bumping your ankles a few times this way, back and forth. Sit tall, lift your heart. Start cultivating steady rhythm of breath. Fold your knee on itself, and then release your hip externally. Try to settle your heel towards your pubic bone, towards the midline of your body. Don't strain, no force, compassion always. Other side. Change the weave of your fingers to keep things interesting and balanced. Sit tall. Leg can hold itself, but we support with the arms, so we have support with our spine. Holding on. And, curl under your toes. Pull back your toes. Move your ankle joint like this a few more times. All connected. Everything's connected. Breathe out, be still. Close the hinge of your knee, guiding your heel towards the midline of your body. Wherever that works for you, try to settle into something that's steady and comfortable. Grounding into the earth intentionally, a little forward energy. Sitting up tall, center your hands at your chest. Arrange your shoulders on top of your ribs, float your skull. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Notice, bring your hands to your forehead and behind your skull, one hand each. Lift your back ribs as well as the front so you don't just throw yourself back. Sit up tall, navel towards your spine, close your eyes and gently squeeze your brain, squeeze your head. Calming with touch. Add to this the practice like you're blowing out a candle with your exhales 3 times. Breathe in deeply through your nose. Open your mouth, round your lips, and slowly blow out the candle. Blow out the fire. Doesn't take a lot of force. Again. Bring down the heat. One more time. Slow exhale through your mouth. When that feels complete, release your hands. Catch your knees, tuck your chin. Deep breath. Lift your heart towards your chin. And exhale. Release. Pause for a moment just to have intention. It's wide open every time. Allowing yourself to be healed by this practice, creating reserves of calm energy. And also to reduce suffering. It's a nice one to include. Reduce suffering by accepting impermanence. And release one more breath. Float out your arms, breathe in. Keep your belly relaxed, come around to your easy pose twist. Look back, hand behind for support. Maybe do a little less today. Be a little softer with your poses so that we can increase our awareness where we feel joy. One more breath out. And in that emptying, come back to the middle. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out deeply. Float your arms, inhale. Rotation, second side, catch your knee. And behind, look back. A little soft, non-forcing. Two more breaths. Gently moving the breath up and down the spine, increases prana. Exhale energy, feel it when it comes. And inside of it, bring yourself back to center. And let us release back to child's pose. And come over your feet or go around to one side. You can put down your blanket under your knees if you like. Your choice with the legs close or wide. Sink back. Relax your arms, relax your head. Just gonna get my blanket. Deep breathing with sound through your nose. Wherever your arms want to rest. Taking this as a yin style child's pose, let go of any muscular effort you might have applied. Focus on stillness. And maybe see if there's somewhere where you feel a little joy in your body, even though you might, it's important to look for joy in difficult times. Where does something feel nice? Not just focusing on aches and pains. One more breath out. Activate this pose by making it puppy pose, but let's just come up off the heels for a moment into tabletop cow spine. Don't tuck your toes, tops of the ground. Exhale, cat spine round. Softly flow through that twice more. Nose gaze, inhale, extend. Navel gaze, exhale, curl. And neutral, breathe in. Puppy pose, toes tuck under. Sink back with your hips towards your heels, any degree. Arms lengthened, head down, elbows up. Active version of child's pose. Lengthen your spine. What can you soften? Do slightly less than usual. Breathe out one more time. And then release up to the cow spine tabletop. Reach your right arm forward, your left leg back, sunbird or bird dog. Starting to deploy your core strength, the navel towards your spine. Steadiness of breath and eyes. Don't overdo today. One more breath, just enough energy to hold the shape. Release down. Second side. It's okay if you just dip your arm or your leg. Meet yourself where you are. So we're build trust with ourselves in the practice by being with our bodies just as they are. Developing trust. You can cope with whatever arises. Breathe one more time and release. Downward facing dog gets us on our feet. Take a moment to spin your hands outward, fan your fingers. Have that in the shoulders as well, an external rotation. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Press your hands to straighten your arms, bring down your head. Then find the uplift in your low belly. Decide how bent or straight your knees need to be for your spine to lengthen. And the final thing is to reach the heels down. Shoulders off the ears. Neck hangs free in this pose. Head gets an inversion. Another deep breath flowing through. Focus on the uplift in your low belly as you exhale. Using that to help you come forward. Stay grounded today, not jumping, but stepping with heavy feet and folding in once you're at the top of your mat. Breathe out. Stand up, invite your body, press your feet, rise, reach. The feet can relax once you've gotten up. And exhale, float your arms down into your sides. Mountain pose. Composing yourself inside and out. Try to line up so your energy can flow well. Line up your spine, neck and head. Breathe out once more. Step to easy wide feet. I find turning out the toes allows more freedom for this standing twist, taking up the bow. You squeeze your hands and have imagination of pulling a bow. Find your look back twist, find your stance, and then activate your upper body and arms, reaching the hands in opposite directions. Keep your front ribs underneath you, especially if you tend towards back bending. Know yourself. A little space here if you want to add some intention to seeing what's behind you and reading it with knowing and with a strong stance. Let go of something as you breathe out and let go of your hands. Let go of your breath and come to center. Other side. Let your feet and legs be free to turn out as much as you need so you can find this rotation. Find that stance. Front ribs down. Take up the bow. Eyes to the side. So it's determined focus in the gaze. Activating the muscles of the back, the chest, arms and shoulders, hands. One more breath. Follow your exhale to soften, stay looking back. Keep your focus, and then return to center and step your feet back underneath your hips. Interlace your fingers and press up towards the sky, breathing in. Rise up to the balls of your feet. Release your hands and your feet down. Hold forward, breathe out. Land where you land. Half lift pose, move your hands up if you need to. Just extend through the top of your head. Belly strong, navel in. Bend your knees, then breathe out, right leg back, left leg back. Plank pose. Let's do the round spine version. Flex your spine. Uses different muscles. Refine your feet and hands if needed. 5 breaths. Not overdoing. If your knees came down, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but just 5 breaths, so probably do it. One more time, just trying to find that cat spine, the round spine. Flex plank. And the knees down. Elbows down. Dolphin pose, lift your knees. Press your forearm bones. Lift out of your shoulders. Uplift in the low belly. 4th breath, one more time. Bring down your knees. Dive your hands forward and move into plank on the forearms. 5, maybe your knees are down. No force or strain. Thighs press to the sky. Ground your forearm bones. Wide belt around the belly. And just one more breath. Impermanence. Come on down and release. Navel down. Release your feet. Ground your legs. Bring your arms comfortably to your sides. Turn your head to the left. And let your heels roll out. Ground your belly. Ground your front body. Your brain. Prana manifests in stillness. Vital energy. You can feel it increasing already. See if you can sense that. Just turn your head the other way, keep everything else. Unless you need to refine, of course. Take care of yourself, come around. 5 slow breaths, relax what you can. Feel what touches the earth. Let yourself feel supported by the earth. It's a relationship you can trust. One more time. Notice where you feel sensation. And just be okay with that. To come up, bring your legs together. Come up into cobra to awaken energy. Do a little back bend. Hands outward spiral by your chest. It brings your elbows in towards your sides. Reach through your legs. And add a little bit of internal rotation of your shoulders. Just try to puff up your back a little bit in this pose instead of crunching back there. Twice more, breathe. You should feel legs active around your sacrum and your low back. And relax, release. Breathe out. Inhale, press your hands forward strongly to peel up, spiral out your fingers, come to downward facing dog and hold still for 5. If you'd like to increase the stretch of the back lower legs, then lift up your toes a little bit. Once your feet relax, if you have your lips lifted, bring it down. Exhale 4. Nice Uddiyana Bandha, navel in. And the 5th wave of breath. Hands back to feet. Press, bend your knees, walk it back. Fold in, breathe out. All the way to standing, bend your knees so you use your whole strength around your hips. Press up, interlace to the sky. Exhale, release down. Pause. Mountain pose. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, fold, let your knees bend as needed to protect your back as you come down, wherever you land. Tuck your chin. Half lift, inhale. Walk it out, exhale. Step your right foot outside your right hand, just out to the side, turn out. Inhale, open up towards the sky, 5 breaths. A variation of the high lunge twist. So just knee turning out towards the toes, like lizard. You need to tuck your tail under a little bit here. Determine pressing the earth. Just one more breath. Try to focus on the open heart. And release the twist. Step your leg back. Step the other one forward. Just comfortably lunging out. Open heart, 5 breaths. Press what you can into the earth. Just do your best. Try to let it feel good in your body, working with yourself. Not challenging yourself today, but just trying to do your very best with a little softness. And release the twist. Exhale. Press back, downward dog. This time, step your right foot forward and bring your back knee down for lizard lunge. You can stay with the up dog arms or You slide your leg back behind you to any degree on the ball of the foot or the knee down. You may lower to your one or both forearms. And the last option is to roll to the outside of the foot. So find the spot, breathe by slow times. Let it look how it looks for you today. Be okay with whatever arises. That's that not attaching aversion or attachment to any of the poses if possible. Breathe out one more time. Straighten out your arms if they're down and pull back to Hanuman's pose. Roll forward, feel it calm. Toes draw back to any degree. Navel draws back. One more breath. And pull that leg back underneath you. Other side, lizard lunge. Several breaths to set it up. If you love it and know it, you could come in faster. But you don't need to be fast. Take your time coming in. You want to be really precise with something that is positive here. Come deep. Can be deep. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last exhale. Rise up, pull back your hips and your toes, and fold it, touching the floor or your foot. Trying to stay grounded today to just keep our roots strong and deep. One more exhale, like the roots of winter. Release your leg back. Downward dog, one breath. Step forward and half lift, inhaling. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Rise, reach, process. Feel complete at the top of your breath and then float your arms slowly down into the sides of your body. 3 breath mountain pose. Feel your energy. Turn to the right side of your mat. Let your toes turn out towards the corners. Bending one knee at a time. Low from side to side. So knee bends toward the toes. Press off all the way up. Second side. So establish upright. You can give a little squeeze in your glutes. Little hips forward at the top. Second side. Press off. Center. Find your own flow. Hands where they feel good is fine. Lots of ways to vary that. All the way up in the middle. One more each side. Turn your right foot to the back of your mat for triangle pose, extended triangle. The other foot angles in slightly. Breathe in, stretch your arms, bend in the back. Feel the asymmetry of this pose. Over and down, exhale. It's okay if the top hip comes forward towards the floor a little bit. You want to let that happen, see how it feels. And then maybe stack, draw it back on top of the other side of the pelvis. Soften, familiar pose. Say hello. Do what you need to take care of yourself here. Tail tucking energy. Shoulders not crunching. One more time, open heart, deep breath. Breath finishes in the navel center. Stay strong there as you come up to change sides. Exhale right into the other side. It's okay if you need another breath to prepare and find your way in. Shoulders down, navel in, tail under. Not overdoing. You might have a tendency to overly open, overly rotate. Just stop. Try to bring your arms right on top of each other. Slow down. One more time, breathe deeply. The eyes go towards the sky. Inhale up to center. Turn your feet wide and parallel and bring down your arms. Go to the back of your mat again for warrior B, setting up the lunge, hips to the side, knee over ankle. Float out your arms and then turn just your head to look at your right fingertips. Let your shoulders relax. Keeping your front rib cage underneath. Gently gather your fingers. One more deep breath. Over to the other side. Just recreate this shape on the second side. And hold it steady. Soften what you can. Forward breath out. Last one. Release your arms. Turn to wide parallel feet pose. If you feel insecure in this pose, one trick is to give yourself a second surface, like heating your heels off the back of your mat. Breathe in, tall spine. Pressing downward at the tops of your legs can help create a length in the spine. And then forward, fold forward, tip your pelvis. Your knees might need to bend for that. Guide yourself out and down slowly. Let your elbows come towards the sky. Reaching forward with your head and your heart. Trust your feet. The roots of your big toes, you could give a look side to side. See those roots pressing. Deep wave of breath. Completing one more time. Focus on long spine. All the way up with an inhale, press your feet. Exhale. Release your arms by your sides and just let your right ear go to your right shoulder. Shoulders relax down. Head to center, other side. And just standing in this pose helps strengthen your ankles. One more breath out, soft neck. Gently return your head to center. Heel toe, and then step into star pose. You can face the front of your mat or stay wide, just easy reaching up. Soft hands. You can keep your eyes on the earth with a downward gaze or lift the plane of your face towards the light in the sky. Let yourself receive brightness, sun's energy around you, non-separate. One more time. And exhale, stack your fists loosely into your heart center, step your feet, and work your way back to the front section. Gather reserves of calm energy. Those become a part of you for when you leave them, as reserves. Nice. A little bit more standing practice. Warrior A, these routines that are helpful for our well-being and our bodies. Hips to the front, knee bending out. Start with tail tucking energy, hands to sacrum, creates a heart opening. Refine your feet as needed. Settle out down towards the earth, your pelvis. Towards the sky with the top of your head so your spine is long. And then bring your arms up, And then victory, shoulders down. Again, the downward eyes, or lift the plane of your face. Try not to attach. What you see, just find steadiness. Because you're increasing your awareness of everything. You're seeing everything, even what your eyes don't see. Breathe out one more time. Straighten your leg, bring down your arms. Weave your fingers together. Bend out your knee again. And just bow forward, taking your hands up in the air as it feels good. Don't overstretch your shoulders. In this version, I'm resting out on the thigh. Come to your own degree. Humble warrior. One more breath. Release. You can always just hold your elbows in that pose. Let's do the other side. Step it forward, pause, intend, visualize. Try to step back right into your warrior A. With practice, your body learns where that is. Grounding, pelvis, shoulders, sacrum. Steady your eyes downward. Your nose. And then on this side, let's take the gesture of unshakable courage, the wide woven fingers, wide thumbs across your chest. Really hold on. Create downward energy and then breathe into it. Getting a little resistance at the chest. But you can still breathe. Your breath makes its way. One more time. Let your arms go. Release your front leg for a moment. For this one, I found that I needed to bring my back foot in, so I'm going to bring it in now. And then bend the knee again. Reach out, breathe in. Come behind, interlace or elbow hold, and humble warrior, fold forward. Both feet strong and open. Keep your knees centered. Try to sense where you feel some joy in your body. Focusing on that, and then inhale up and out, release. Step forward. Make your way down to the earth now. One more sky reach. Add the balls of the feet if you would like. Heels down, fold forward. Uttanasana, your favorite one. Holding, standing forward, fold. Hands under the feet or the big toe hold, elbow hold, all good. Your feet press into your hands and hands try to pull out, but don't move. Broaden your upper back. You can add some gentle rocking in your feet to this pose, calming, releasing any energy that doesn't feel good. One more breath. Uttanasana, extended pose. Putting your hands down to the earth, step your legs back. Come through and sit down. Bringing your blanket support with you if you'd like to sit on it. Let's arrive on your seat. Feel your energy, sense your energy. Give yourself for the energy you put into your standing practice and here, feel it return to you. Let's practice some wheel of life poses. Bringing your left knee forward on your mat. Bring your right knee to the floor behind your left foot. Radiating spokes, wheel of life. So you can cushion anywhere that might have some sensitivity. And then we're going to follow our chest forward and down. So some hip stretch, make sure your knee isn't strained. Since we have the knee in a partially open position. Come to your own degree to forward fold. 5 breaths. Use your arms for support in any way. Could use your blanket underneath your arms. One more time. Breathe out. Walk your arms in, rise up. Going to rotate towards the front leg. Keep your belly relaxed. So we have a kind of interesting foundation for this twist. Twists always have a foundation. Poses always have a foundation. Take it very lightly with your approach so you keep your low back happy. We're just creating a little twist towards the left. And you may add to it some bringing the belly towards the floor energy. So light approach, don't do too much. Twisting away from your legs. What can you soften? You want to keep your core activated. Navel in, pelvic floor in, and up. Both those energies are in and up. One more deep breath. Just use your breath to create a little more space in the shape. Carefully untwist. And sit tall, go the other way a little bit, twisting the other direction. Catch your leg and foot to hold on and breathe, rounding your legs. Ayur Chakrasana, wheel of life. Chakrasana means wheel. One more breath. Out. And release. Other side. Spin around, move. Move on your pelvis. You have that. Now the right leg is in front. On the outer surface, the inside of the left, maybe adding that cushioning under the knee felt pretty nice. You can also have your blanket for your arms as you come out and down. The first variation, forward fold. Hip releasing, hips releasing. Keep a light approach to this whole sequence. Our practice being with our body, our thoughts, and our beliefs just as they are, to develop that trust in yourself, to be okay with whatever arises, using our somatic experience, the awareness of the body, letting the breath bridge the mind and the body. Last time, breathe out. Walk yourself upright again. Keep your belly relaxed so that it can twist. You're not going to move very much, possibly, into that wheel of life pose, this twist with alternating hips, perhaps adding the forwardness towards the earth. Have awareness in your center. Allow your spine to twist, but also hold yourself a little strong. Come to your own degree, forward and down. Try to let yourself feel curious if you feel like you don't know what's going on. Just wondering, how does my body respond to this? One more breath. We're not forcing, we're not causing harm. Light approach, up, tall, and then twisting, which feels easier the other way. your own experience, whatever it is. Fourth breath, last one. Just enough effort to hold the shape. And come on back to center. Bring your legs out in front. You're going to do the yin version of Shavasana, the knee to head pose. So you can sit on your blanket, or you could possibly use it under your arms or head. So sit up if that helps you come forward. Bring your right leg back, fold it, and put it down on the floor. So we're just going to take out the muscular effort that we usually use coming in and out of this pose and just create the shape. Come forward and down to any degree and be soft for 1 minute. So before we start, just check in. Maybe you want to use your blanket in some way. So you can be still. Don't activate your feet. Find the steadiness for your eyes. If closing your eyes feels restful, you can do that. Just gaze through the third eye so you have an internal steadiness. The nature that corresponds with the third eye center is the dark, this night sky full of stars. Little bits of light inside the darkness. You can visualize that with your eyes open or closed. Just think about the night sky in a way that brings some joy. That sense of awe, interconnectedness. If you're uncomfortable in any way, you can change, you can come out. Breathe one more time. Come out with some slowness. Change to the other side, and the first blanket choice was not bringing me contentment at all. So I'm behind the knees, kind of nice, just supports it. You can use your blanket wherever. It could be under this knee. Soft body, soft feet. Just drape it on out and down and hold still. Back to your night sky meditation. Even when it appears dark, the sun is still out there. Feel the sun surrounding you right now as you think about the night. Let your breath be soft too. You don't have to organize your breath into the ujjayi here. You just let yourself breathe. A little bit more time. Stay soft. Breathe out again. Release up and out. Spin your fingers back. Lean back into your hands. Lift your chest, gaze down. Stay or spin your fingers forward and come into Parvattanasana. Lifting your heart, maybe lifting your hips. Head stays tucked or goes back. Lift. Roll your thighs inward. Big activation. One more time. Hardest thing we're going to do today. Exhale, come out and down. Asking you to lift your body off the floor like that. Remains challenging. Release. Feel this energy of your body for a moment. Feel how we just increased energy, and now we're going to let that rest into ourselves. Get your socks and your props for rest. We will spend the rest of practice down on the floor. Resisted lie down if you'd like. If you've already rolled down, I'm sorry. One of my thoughts for today was to have the supported chest, the chest lifting pose. Supported chest opener, so lying back over your blanket, so it's at least as wide as your torso as you come back with your heart on top of that support. You can just do this flat on the floor too. Doesn't have to have a prop. Let your arms reach up and your elbows can soften down to any degree. If it's too much, roll to one side carefully and come off the support. You could have your legs in a different position, maybe the knees knocking together or feet together, knees apart. Something that feels therapeutic for your lower body as well. And settle and relax, letting your heart be lifted in this physical way. Slow waves of breath moving through your body. Consciousness settles as we focus on our breath. Consciousness also settles as we radiate the four qualities: joy, compassion, equanimity, fourth one's escaping me at this moment. Reminder to not be too serious with yourself in your practice. Have a light heart. Loving kindness, there it is, the first one, my tree. Consciousness settles as we radiate loving kindness, joy, compassion, and equanimity to all things. Finish one more breath. Reawaken to roll to one side. Take care of yourself. Shift around to do so with care. Just to come off of your blanket and go back down. Go slowly. Then bridge up and fold up your blanket under your sacrum. Let your low back and pelvis rest into it for bridge today. If you want to bridge up as well for a little time, that's fine. And spend some time in that supported shape. Nice long neck. Forehead feels a little higher than the chin. Feel the energy flow. Inhale, root to crown. Exhale, heart, belly, root. Let's breathe again like that. Inhale, root, heart, third eye. Exhale, heart, belly, root. Elevating, coming to supported shoulder stand carefully. Make sure your feeling secure on your blanket, or you can bridge up to bring it away, or legs in the air. Nice long neck, arms for support on the ground or on the thighs. Rest your legs into each other. And then bring your heels a little bit apart, just keeping your big toes together. That helps awaken the Mula Bandha, the root energy, and gives a little space to our sacrum at the back of the pelvis. Be with the energy, not attached, not averse. And be compassionate if neutral is hard. Some of these things are big asks. We reinforce the acceptance of impermanence by practicing these impermanent forms. And now it is time to leave this form. Receive the benefits of it and come down. Bridge off your blanket. Lying down twist of your choice. Your favorites, knee across, both knees easy, both knees stacked. Cross over. All good. Turn away. Soft, slow. Breathe. Feel the process of breath one more time. That circling of energy back to the starting point. As it circles again, change your legs and spine to the other side. Spinal twist. We're just using the limbs to help this process. Your hand on your heart center feels good. Or down low in your belly, that feels good. You can breathe again. Exhale, feel that downward energy, the aponic energy of exhale, the groundiness of it. So it helps ground us to come out of this pose and into Shavasana. You might want to come into a knees in pose first to prepare your low back and hips. Maybe your blanket goes under your knees or under your head. I find a little groundedness from having the blanket, even just folding it and sitting it on top of yourself somewhere helps release into Shavasana, but let your blanket support you where you could use it right now. Take time to make sure your spine is centered, including your neck and your head. Nice length there, so that the prana can flow along that main river of energy, spinal cord. Allow your limbs to arrange in a relaxed and open way. If you tend to hold your shoulders off the ground, ask them to go downward, soften. Soften your face, your forehead. Try to release any knots around your heart by breathing out really slowly. Just let the heart soften, the pericardium surrounding the heart soften. Extend that to your lungs, letting them soften. Everything soft, the brain soft. centers of your hands, backs of your knees. Let go of any stilling in your belly and let your breath move in your belly as we rest. Letting go of that pattern of holding in the bandhas, let them relax. In your yoga rest, you may add the yoga breath, the full yoga breath if you'd like, or stay with belly breath. Next time you breathe in, start with your belly and move it up into your heart and then up to your collarbones and reverse when you breathe out. Starting with the belly, inhale, expand, let it rise. Exhale, ground your upper ribs and release down. Proceed in a restful way. That could feel complete at any time, and you just rest again without any breathing thoughts. If we're trying to breathe without our thoughts on the breath, we become aware. Seeing things as they truly are. Soften, exhale. Beginning with your throat, the release at that communication center where you speak your truth. Swallow. And then let the rest of your body just organically move through the process of releasing stillness. Move in a way that feels good, that brings joy. Take your time with it. Decide which way you come up that will bring you the least disruption of your body and your state of mind. And finishing in your seated pose, Sthira Sukha Asanam, seated pose, steady and comfortable. Meditation on peace. Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Sarve Shantu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschituka Bhadbhavet. May good befall all. May there be peace for all. May all be fit for perfection, and may all experience that which is auspicious. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all experience what is good, and let no one suffer. Shanti 3 times. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for joining this practice. Thank you for this beautiful tradition. And for all that we have gratitude for, let us share in benefits generated with this practice. With all. More peace, increasing peace, little bit at a time. Just check in with your energy and how your prana feels.
Thanks, Blossom.